In this video, we got another episode of this series where I do rate and improve your guys' teams. You guys will send me your teams over on Twitter at @EvanTanaka. I usually put out a tweet every 3 to 4 days asking for squads. You guys will reply to that tweet with your team, how much MT you guys have, and then I'll pick about 6 squads to put in one of these videos. So if you guys want a chance to be featured in one of these videos, head on over to Twitter, again, @EvanTanaka. You guys can easily find it, and then look out for the next tweet in the next 3 days. Not the tweet that I put out yesterday or today as you guys are watching this video. Don't go to reply to that tweet. Wait till I put out the next tweet and you guys have a chance to be in one of these videos. But looking at the first squad sent in from XGI or FTC Flight, and looking at his squad, a really good team. I like Finley, Beasley, Tim Duncan, Klingon, Jason Kidd, Peja. It's a good team. It's not an incredible team, but I do like his squad. He says, got about 400,000 MT, looking to upgrade point guard and center positions, going to start selling event pieces soon, so hope to have around 600 to 700k. So we'll just say you have around 500,000 MT to work with, and there's some huge upgrades you can make. As much as Oscar is a 100 overall card, I just don't think he's that great, and I feel like for you, going out, getting Galaxy Opal Denny Avia, let's just say 150,000 MT is a really good card to pick up. Now, shooting guard Michael Finley's fine. Bring him off the bench and start either Amen Thompson, Rick Barry, Franz Wagner, Mike Miller, Brandon Miller, whoever you want, right? To me, I would go probably thinking if you have Denny, you probably want more defense. So I would say Amen Thompson is the perfect shooting guard to go with. Run Denny, Amen Thompson, Beasley, Tim Duncan, Klingon. That's your starting lineup, good to go. Now off the bench, you'll have Kidd, Finley, Tyron Thomas. I don't mind that. It could be better. Again, we've spent probably like 300,000 MT roughly around getting Amen Thompson and Denny. So you only have about 100 to 200,000 MT left, maybe a bit more if you quick sell your event pieces or, make the MT with the event pieces. So I feel like for you want to upgrade that backup center position. And with, let's just say 200,000 MT to work with, you're not going to have much to really do besides go ahead and get Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama. So I feel like Wemby next to Ben Wallace is going to be a great center off the bench for you. Ben Wallace can make up for the lack of speed, vertical, athleticism, strength that Wemby doesn't have. So I do think getting Pink Diamond Wemby, Galaxy Opal Denny, and Dark Matter Amen Thompson will be the best upgrades for your squad with how much MT you have. Now looking at the next squad, guys, coming in from Lance, 250k we'll say with Beasley, Mutombo, Castle, and Kareem sellable, but doesn't really want to sell any. I mean, yeah, definitely don't sell Beasley, Mutombo. Stephon Castle, I mean, he's a fine point guard to keep as well. I think he's really good for his price. Kareem, I mean, here's the thing. If you really love Kareem, that's fine. If you want to go grind those playoff spotlight challenges and get Rudy Gobert, I can promise you he is pretty much Kareem, but he's free. So I'd rather take the MT from Kareem to help upgrade your team more. But if you want to keep Kareem, I think that's fine. But just to give you another option, getting Rudy Gobert or DeAndre Ayton is pretty much going to do the same things for you as this Kareem card, and they're free, and you're able to go ahead and sell Kareem, get more MT to help upgrade the squad even more. But we'll just say you have 250k MT, and this is the squad that you have, and we'll try to make the upgrades with this. So starting lineup wise, feel like it's perfect. I mean, you have a good mix of balance with offense and defense. You have Tim Duncan and Beasley to run the show, and then you have Kawhi, Stephon Castle in the backcourt for defense, and then to come in with Mutombo is just an absolute beast. So to me, I think you need to upgrade your backup point guard, shooting guard, and we'll say power forward position, because I'm going to say get rid of Jason Tatum. Unless you're a huge Celtics fan or a huge Tatum fan, he's just realistically not that great, but run Chris Webber as your backup small forward. So then again, we need to upgrade your backup point guard, shooting guard, power forward, in my personal opinion. I'm not a huge fan of Shea. I think with 250k to work with, you don't have tons of options to go with at the point guard position. There's cards like Dark Matter Manu though, cards like Galaxy Opal Bogut that I do think are going to be a lot better. And then for the shooting guard position, I'm going to recommend again a lot of the same cards: Amen Thompson, Rick Barry, Franz, Mike Miller, right? These are great cards to go out with, and I feel like if you're going to get, we'll go with, who are you going to get from that? We won't give you Amen Thompson again, or sorry, we won't give you, let's go Manu. I like Manu for this type of squad. Manu Ginobili, Rick Barry, Chris Webber. And for power forward, you're going to have about 200,000 MT to work with. You could go Alex Sarr, you could go Dark Matter Chet, you could go cheaper, go Jack Sigma, Brad Miller. Brad Miller is probably the card I'd recommend, but those are some options: Miles Turner, Dino Raja, Bargnani, Jack Sigma, Brad Miller. Tons of different options to the power forward position, but I would say get Brad Miller next to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, guys, looking at the next squad sent in from Martin, got 850, I would assume 1,000 MT to work with. I hope it's not 850. Can't really make any upgrades with that, but he says Rick Barry, Stephon. I'm kind of wondering now, does he mean 850? I think he means 850k, right? Rick Barry, Stephon Castle, Wemby, I guess Wendy in this case, Beasley, Sigma, he can sell and get more MT. Are you saying you literally have 850? I think he might mean he literally has 850 MT because he's saying he can sell and get more MT. Okay, I'm not really sure what to do here because I don't know what he means. We'll say you don't have the MT and you need to sell these cards. So I would sell Stephon Castle and just grind for the playoff Caruso. If you can't get Caruso, just go cheap, go budget, go get Dyson Daniels, go get Evan Turner, go get one of those cheap point cards, make your MT back from Stephon Castle. And then with that amount of MT to work with, you see how Oscar's not sellable. Rick Barry's sellable. I'd probably keep him. The Wemby I'd keep. Beasley I'd keep. Sigma I would sell. Sell Stephon Castle. Sells Jack Sigma. Downgrade to Dina Raja and downgrade to Evan Turner. I think you're going to be able to make a lot of MT. You'll be able to make probably 150 to 175-ish just from selling those cards back, like after the tax and stuff. So probably 175k to work with for the rest of the squad. I would just say backup shooting guard. I mean, maybe Denny over Oscar, but I don't know. You probably want to keep Oscar for this type of team. You could use some more more defense on your starting lineup. So maybe bring Rick. Here's what I'll do. Rick Barry off the bench, backup shooting guard next to Evan Turner and Tyron Thomas. Right next up Dino and Klingon. And then for your starting shooting guard position, to give you more defense, go ahead and get an Amen Thompson. I feel like he's the perfect shooting guard to give you that lockdown ability at the shooting guard position. Again, if you're selling Stephon Castle, you're selling Jack Sigma, you're going to have enough MT to afford Amen Thompson. Now, guys, looking at the next squad sent in from not Simon. Anyways, UMC Slides. We'll go with that as the name. Willing to spend all of his MT, and he's got 1.8 mil to work with. Okay, so now we got a lot of MT to work with to build a God squad here, or at least to build a lot better of a team. So what I would do, Penny Hardaway, Denny, those can be your point guards. I would start Denny, have Penny off the bench. Shooting guards, need to get 2 new shooting guards, 1000%. Brandon Miller's good, sell him and just go get. Honestly, with that amount of MT, I kind of want to say, oh wait, you got Paul George. Paul George starting shooting guard, backup shooting guard. Again, the plethora of good shooting guards. Amen Thompson, Rick Barry, Franz. You could go Dark Matter Kawhi since you have more MT. He's another really good option. Mike Miller for cheaper is a good option as well. If you have Penny, you do want some shot creation, so I would go Rick Barry in my personal opinion. So PG, Rick Barry as your 2 shooting guards. Now, we need 2 small forwards in my personal opinion. This is where you can make the biggest upgrade of your team, or at least one of your biggest upgrades, is go ahead and get Dark Matter Beasley. 100% worth of your type of squad. You'll have Denny, PG, Beasley, Tim Duncan, Mark Eden. That is a very good starting 5. And then off the bench, you'll have you'll have Penny, Rick Barry, and so you need a bit more. I guess you could use defense and offense. So I think Luol Deng is the perfect choice here. He can give you that mix of offense and defense that you desperately need as your backup small forward. And then backup power forward, I like Willis Reed, I like Tim Duncan. Kareem and Mark Eden is good. If you wanted to make a even bigger upgrade, obviously getting Dikembe Mutombo would be nice to have as your starting center, and then have Mark Eden off the bench. That would be to, like, if you want to spend literally all of your MT, go get Dikembe as well to upgrade your center position. Start Dikembe and have Mark Eden off the bench. Looking at the next squad sent in from Johnny, my boy, I guess is what we'll say. He's got a good team. He says no money spent besides I guess pro passes or half passes. 750k MT right now. We'll have 800k after auctions. 13 legend Hoff, J Smooth sellable. He's eyeing Bird and Pippen. Looking at this team, I mean, I would probably sell Josh Smith and go get Dark Matter Beasley. You want to get Bird and Pippen. That's a lot of MT. You're not gonna be able to afford probably either of those cards, to be honest. I think they're way too expensive. So go get Dark Matter Beasley. You'll complete your starting lineup. I like your bench besides your backup point guard, your shooting guard. So go sell Josh Smith. Go buy Dark Matter Beasley. You should have at least 400,000 MT left to spend, 1000% after you sell Josh Smith and buy Beasley to get a better backup point guard and a better backup shooting guard. I think for the shooting guard position, you have 300k. Again, it's the same names, but they're just such good cards to buy. Amen Thompson, Rick Barry, right? Those 2 cards are really, really good for their price. Again, Dark Matter Kawhi is an option as well. I think for your point guard position, you're between Denny, Stephon Castle, Andrew Bogut. Those are really good cards to pick up within your price range. Manu Ginobili is another really good option as well. And then, guys, looking at the last squad sent in from Baby Pluto, currently at 900,000 MT. Price don't matter. He's got Josh Giddey, Paul George, Larry Markkinen, Tim Duncan. Larry Markkinen, Tim Duncan, and Kareem. Definitely got to get rid of Larry Markkinen with 900k. I know I'm saying the same cards, guys, but Dark Matter Beasley is a really good pickup here. Luol Deng, Tim Thomas, AK. Those are really good choices for your starting small forward position. Unless you're some like huge Larry Markkinen fan, I'm not really sure why you're starting that card. And then I would move Clyde to your backup shooting guard position and get a new backup small forward. You really just need small forwards on this team. So again, between the options of Beasley, Luol Deng, AK, Tim Thomas. Those are all really good choices for the price point, and that's how I would upgrade your squad. If you want to go ahead and get a Dikembe, a Mark Eden, and an Artis Gilmore as well, you could probably afford one of those cards at the center position and then have Cream off the bench as your backup center. But hopefully you guys did enjoy, or hopefully you guys did enjoy this video and you guys found it helpful. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.